So, with no further ado, let's introduce Mr. Ken Peel of kenpeel.com.
Ken Peel, thank you so much. What a brilliant set. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
You've got a very minimal setup here. It's actually
Yes.
quite beautiful to see, because I've seen some huge setups, but you managed to pull quite a lot of lovely organic stuff. There was some sampling going on and some
Thank
analog
you.
things.
Yeah.
Please give us a tour of what you were doing.
Well, everything is run off of an Ableton live set.
Okay, so there it is.
Yeah, currently up to 32 channels, 32 tracks. So that handles all of the sequencing.
So that's sequencing these. So you're not using the Mother 32.
I'm not using the Mother 32 sequencer.
Okay.
As full featured and a richer sequencer as it is.
Yes.
But I prefer to use the computer. Running in Ableton is all the sequences and some virtual instruments and all of the effects as well, actually.
Right. Okay. So everything's being passed through and coming back as well.
Yeah. So it's got all passed through, and then on the left-hand side here is a sort of the analog half. So that's the Mother 32 handling bass duties mostly.
Right.
In fact, just a few modules just to help out. Didn't even use all of those. But I was using the Bifarco Kickle module, which I really like. And what's amazing about it is that when they say it accurately tracks tuning over 8 octaves, it really does.
My God.
Which is remarkable.
So we've got an incredibly tunable kick drum.
A very tunable kick drum. And also I've been using the Vermona Mono Lancer, which I absolutely love.
So you're saying you're using the Mother 32 for mainly low frequency duties?
Yes.
And the Mono Lancer. I mean, you've got two different synths. I mean, some might say they're sort of in the same ballpark.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They're both moderately affordable mono analog synths.
Yes.
But
Thank you for the moderately part.
Yeah, and on paper they, with the exclude the sequencer, they're kind of broadly similar.
Yeah.
But in practice, their sounds are very different.
Yeah.
For me, the way I patch the Moog, things tend to come out. I think of them as quite creamy and quite sort of rounded and rich. And the Vermona Mono Lancer, it's more snappy, it's more punchy. And the two together, I think, I really like the way they work.
Got enough two members of the band there.
Yeah, two members of the band, basically.
And your tunable kick. So we've got some sample. I heard some something that wasn't obviously an analog synthesizer type stuff going on. So what was that?
In most of the tracks that I do, the percussion sounds at least are all made from field recordings. Right. So in my sort of local vicinity. Okay. So I'll go to the woods. I'll go to anywhere that will have me normally with my portable recorder, and come back and sort of like just spend ages chopping things up and trying to turn it into something that I feel more connected with.
That's amazing. So it's actually, you've got a local. I don't want to say local, but
you could call it the terroir.
The terroir.
That's what the French would say, isn't it?
Good heavens, the terroir.
Yeah.
Good heavens. So you've got the vibe of the ground you're stood upon.
Yeah, my environment, you might say. So it's field recordings turned into percussion samples, some pretty straightforward sequencing, and some analog knob twiddling.
Fantastic, absolutely beautiful.
And as much I try to I tend to fall back on the trackpad, and as much I try to use the launch pad just to sort of like, I don't know, just to keep me, I find it helps keep me in the moment.
So just to say, so you're not just playing long samples or long pieces of field recording, are you playing actually chopped up bits?
Yeah.
I mean, are we talking sample sets here?
Almost, yeah. There are talking sample sets, and certainly with the field recordings I've done, the one I did at Rockaway Park last summer is now available as a small sample library. It's a donation we're raising money for refugees.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah, so
there we go.
That's on the website. Yeah.
So you heard it here first. So if you want to take part in the whole thing and get some terroir, albeit your terroir.
Well, yeah. It's all very local.
We're allowed to share terroir.
Certainly, yeah. So there you go.
Right, thank you so much. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
I really enjoyed myself. Thanks very much for having me.
Do you think that
Peace.